Hello everyone, I'm here to talk about what is Blender. Blender is a free and open source 3D computer graphics software toolset used for creating animated film, visual effect, art, 3D prints model, motion graphic, interactive 3D application, virtual reality, and computer games. Blender's features include 3D modeling, UV unwrapping, texturing, raster graphic editing, rigging, and skinning. The Dutch animation studio Neo Geo started to develop Blender as an in-house application, and based on the timestamp for the first source line, January 2, 1994, is considered to be Blender's birthday. On January 1, 1998, Blender was released publicly online as SGI freeware. Neo Geo was later dissolved and its client contracts were taken over by another company. After Neo Geo's dissolution, Ton Roosendaal founded Not a Number Technology, or NAN, in June 1998 to further develop Blender, initially distributing it as shareware until NAN went bankrupt in 2002. This also meant at the time discontinuing the development of Blender. In May 2002, Roosendaal started the non-profit Blender Foundation with the first goal to find a way to continue developing and promoting Blender as a community-based open source project. On July 18, 2002, Roosendaal started the Free Blender campaign, a crowdfunding precursor. The campaign aimed to open sourcing Blender for a one-time payment of $100,000 with the money being collected from the community. On September 7, 2002, it was announced that they had collected enough funds and would release the Blender source code. Today, Blender is free and open source software, largely developed by its community as well as 15 employees employed by the Blender Institute. And now we're going to talk about some Blender features. Number 1. Modeling. Blender has a comprehensive array of modeling tools for making, creating, and transforming and editing your 3D models. Blender also has a lot of modifiers which are automatic operators that affect objects in a non-destructive way to gain time and to make the modeling process easier and efficient. Blender has UV unwrapping tools are strong and superior to some of the 3D programs used in game development and VFX industry. Number 2 is sculpting. Blender offers polygon modeling. In addition to that, you can sculpt as well, which is great things because in other 3D pages you have to switch software to ZBrush or Matchbox. The Blender's ability to sculpt simplifies the transition between conceptual research and final model production. Sculpting in Blender can be achieved using lots of tools like 20 different brush types, multi-red school to support dynamic topology, sculpting, and mirrored sculpting. Number 3. Rigging and Animate. When it comes to animate, Blender has a good reputation because it can be strong and reliable 3D program. When animation is needed, Blender animation feature set over character animation pose editor, nonlinear animation for independent movement, forward inverse kinematic for fast poses, and sound synchronization to name a few. Rigging also can be done using Blender, which is very important process that comes before animation. Rigging allows animator to transfer the models into possible characters that can move freely and do any kind of animation needed. Number 4. Effects and Simulations. Simulation and effects are an important part of any 3D program, and Blender has developed over the years to cover this area of production properly. Blender can do a lot of simulation from fire, smoke, fluids, hair, clothes, rigid bodies, and particles. Number 5. Rendering. In Blender, you can use a powerful rendering engines which are Cycle and Eve. Also, you can use external renders that can be integrated with it. But for the most part, Cycle and Eve are greater renders engines that can create amazing results. Cycle, which is Blender ray trace-based prediction renders engine, has a lot of features like unidirectional path tracing with multiple important sampling, multi-core CPU rendering with SIM deceleration GPU rendering NVIDIA CUDA, and AMD OpenGL multi-GPU support. And here is my result of learning Blender in 6 months.